What's going on, guys? Third Street Reactions here. I'm Matt.
I'm Shane.
We're back with Batman, the animated series, season 1, episode 23.
Last episode, Matt, we were dealing with Nostradamus, the fraudulent cultist, essentially, right? Having all these dudes like an eyes wide shut.
Yeah, conning all these rich people to give them all this money.
Conning all these rich people, and obviously with his Bruce Wayne ego. Not alter ego, but I guess who's who? Is Bruce Wayne the main component of the personality? Is Batman the main component of the personality?
I feel like Batman's like his real personality and Bruce Wayne's his alter ego.
Is who he pretends to be?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Because I feel like if he could be Batman all the time, he just would.
Well, it's like in Kill Bill Volume 2, Bill would say, you know, Spider-Man is the alter ego of what's his name?
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, but with Superman, the alter ego, Superman is the real identity.
Yeah, and Clark Kent's the alter ego.
Yeah, with Batman, obviously his obsession and what he sacrifices everything in his life for is for Batman. So I feel like that is definitely the main one. But Bruce Wayne has to make some sacrifices. My little criticism of the story was I think it would have been more impactful. Even the kids in the 90s watching this said if like he lost her as a girlfriend. Because a little kid can get that and say, oh, wow, he lost her. Why didn't he just tell Lisa that you're Batman? Oh, he can't. Oh, man, that's how committed he is.
Right.
I think that would have been pretty cool. Nostradamus, you know, he's just kind of a subpar villain. But I enjoyed the other components of the episode, especially the end with the planets.
The planets crashing each other.
Well, just like because how
complex it was.
Because I've done some fight choreography, you know, to some critical acclaim, I have to say. I think I minusculely understand set design a little bit. Like when you construct a movement that goes through environments and footwork and stuff like that, and having to kind of storyboard what you want it to do, and it has to match up.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, and to have to do it all in an imaginary room would be maybe a little even more challenging.
Right.
But more freeing at the same time. Anyways, guys, before we jump into the next episode, say hi to Matt in the comments. Comment on his muscles and his small arms, how small they are next to mine. You can also support us on Patreon. It is the best way to support us. It's also why Matt is able to come down here once a month, because you guys are patrons, so we appreciate you. Also, check out our merch. Let's jump in. This is really a great composition.
Yeah.
Is that how you say it? A composition? It was composed? Yeah.
Yeah, composition.
Did you write a lot of music when you were, like, in that world?
Yeah, I'm pretty much wrote all the music.
Okay.
Just me and Reese would just sit there and just jam together, and he'd write all the drums.
So does it occur on paper first, or does it occur organically?
It just organically.
Okay.
Like Reese and I would just...
I've read that some people do it on paper first.
No, we just did it organically.
Lately, things haven't been going well.
Thanks. What do you mean?
I'm positive people are disappearing. Transients, regulars, old faces I miss seeing. I'm telling you, something's very wrong.
You've talked to the police?
Of course, but the police have their hands full.
Looks like Luigi when he gets older.
Disappearing's not big.
Never seen Luigi when he gets older.
Because he's blue and green, you know? I don't know no full name Luigi. That's what you were just like. Oh, it's Daggett? Clayface?
No.
Okay. No?
That's Bruce Wayne.
It's just his other identities.
It's just one of his other identities. Is he pretending to be a
In one of these episodes, he had like a mustache. I, like, for the first 10 seconds, didn't realize it was him.
He's faking to be homeless, I think.
People think I'm homeless just me being who I am now.
Well, Shane, you gotta shower once in a while.
I've kicked it up to once a week.
There you go.
What cars he driving? That's the thing.
Yeah, there's this big fat guy that came up to me to talk to me at the casino, dude, and he smelled like straight like fermented butthole, and like that smell just stuck in my nose. Like all I could smell. That's all I could smell the rest of the night.
That's
after it was so bad.
That's lovely.
Once you capture that cat and do some more tests on it, Bruce.
That's probably what he's thinking. Look at him smiling.
Hey, buddy, you looking for a job? Maybe.
What kind of job?
Oh, you'll like it. It's long term.
Doesn't he on the left look like a sailor?
Yeah.
If you got kicked in the solar plexus like that,
Oh.
Really?
Oh, just Billy clubbed him in the back of the head.
Oh, boy.
Like, I'm Dan Riley, and he's Salvo Smith.
So, what's your name, pal?
I don't know.
You got amnesia?
Wouldn't that be insane? Alfred would be worried sick. So you're gonna be mining these cobalt? You gonna be mining for cobalt? Is that what's going on?
Something.
What is this?
If it's moving, it's a rat. If not, it's a cooked rat.
Why aren't these lowlifes working?
They have to eat, sir.
I have to eat. From now on, they'll bring me twice the gold ore. Do you hear me?
No! Please! No! Please!
It's got kind of that weird Western music.
So you're gonna put him in a hot box? Yep. Put him in the hot box. Oh man, he sucked that chicken leg clean.
Get to work, or you'll all roast.
What an interesting light switch.
Rise and shine. It's a beautiful only vampires loathe daylight more than Batman.
How you holding up?
Okay, I guess.
Remember anything yet? Hey, you can't give up hope. Down here, it's all we've got to hang on to.
So what brought you guys here?
I was one of Gotham City's unemployed. Now I got a job. Lucky me.
I was a steam fitter at the Gotham Navy Yard. 2 nights a week, I did volunteer work at the Dock Street Rescue Mission.
Rescue mission.
That sucks.
Yeah. Shaking hands with the devil. All these coal miners.
Where's Salvo?
I'm over here, taking 5.
Hang on, man, we'll get you out.
Take your time. It's the first break I've had all day.
Does this sort of thing happen often?
Too often.
Too often. Did you go joyriding?
There's the missing card.
Studebaker's garden. The Bowery.
How'd you define Bowery?
A what?
Bowery.
I don't fucking know.
I don't know either.
I'm a very simple-minded man, Shane. I don't know that complex language.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I'd look like if I lost all my muscle. Oh, he's sad.
Jacked as hell. That was a hell of a shot.
Never seen such lazy scum. Now that was real funny. Throw him in the box.
I would have put down that
Kill
pickaxe.
him.
No.
That's the idea.
That's a terrible way to die.
We'll see how they like the oven.
Good old Alfred, man. It's cool to get him involved.
Oh man, he's taking some of his old school stuff. Have you ever seen the show Pennyworth?
No.
I watched part of the first season.
I was alright, yeah.
It wasn't too bad.
Maybe you used to be some kind of fighter.
I don't know. I just don't know.
My son, he's gonna be 6 on April 7th.
Is that a minigun? A freaking minigun?
Hang on, Riley. We'll make it. Remember what you told me? You can't lose hope.
I can't take it anymore. I lost my family. My family. My family. My
Now he remembers he's Batman.
Riley, we're getting out of here.
Yeah, right.
Man, that's one hell of a mule kick, man.
Yeah, right.
There he is. We got him now.
Doesn't that guy just look tall?
Yeah, he
as-
looks tiny. Like the one dude in the background just looked like a freaking midget running
Yeah.
around. What's old Bruce got up his sleeve now?
He doesn't got any sleeves, so I don't know. Maybe just shoot his ass.
They don't want him dead. He's still got to mine the gold.
They'd rather have him dead than escape, because then their whole operation will be busted.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's flying the Batwing. What are the Air Force going to say when they see something like that?
He flies too low to be detected by their radar.
Like in Star Wars?
Yeah.
Bring us down!
Negative.
But Master Bruce is down here. We have to land.
Impossible. Area too confined.
Land, you bucket of bolts!
I was going to say, you fucking...
Rocks.
That's like they're like in Utah. Not someplace like... It's basically supposed to be New York.
Yeah.
Son of a gun.
I claim this land for Spain.
Spain. Haven't they done enough?
God, his fist was as big as his freaking head.
I know.
I'll eat him alive.
A bat! A giant bat! There it is!
Jesus Christ.
I
$1,000 to the man who bagged that bat!
That gotta be out of breath by now.
There he is!
That's cool right there.
Yeah. You could have shot his ass.
We'll find out if this bat can see in the dark.
You think you're Bane or something? Dude, that's put you in a...
I was born in the darkness.
Look out!
I think he went this way. Pete, where are you?
Help!
His shirt looks like yours did whenever we get done at lunchtime in high school.
I know.
Boom.
Oh.
Hey, he's quick.
Yeah.
A little too quick.
That's gotta be the strongest elevator in the world.
No! Leave me alone!
Oh, just clogged that shit up. What about all the other people downstairs? He's lucky. What about everybody else?
Well, hopefully they weren't in the mine. Hopefully they were, in the...
But he took out so many people down there.
Well, all the rest of them that were in there were criminals. So fuck them.
Yeah, but he's not trying to kill anybody. He...
This time we can find some work that pays.
You know, pal, it'll be tight, but you're welcome too.
Thanks, but I...
Are we ready, Master Bruce?
Master Bruce.
Bruce Wayne, Wayne Tech Enterprises. If you'd like a job, I could probably help.
Hit me, Riley.
Hit you? Why?
Maybe I'll lose my memory and wake up a millionaire too.
That was a really cool one.
Yeah. There's no like big bad villains. It was just
To me, it was the struggle of I think these everyday man that were kind of enslaved to work in this cobalt mine.
Forced to work in that mine.
Yeah, that's
And they did a good job of like portraying the the greedy fat cats that run all the
I'm sure. Yeah,
businesses.
I can't believe how diabetes hasn't claimed that guy yet. You know what I mean?
Well, here in a few years, he's going to get his feet chopped off and his legs chopped off, and
Yeah.
then he's just going to suffer from severe diabetes.
And then once he's in the wheelchair, it greatly decreases your lifespan because it decreases your mobility.
Yeah.
It was cool. So a lot of things in my notes actually. So like the idea that obviously Bruce Wayne would be involved in like some kind of humanitarian social services, right?
Right.
I mean, his dad was pretty big on that.
Right.
I think there's always like the conundrum of like how much does it help? Like, because it probably makes me feel good right now to help someone.
Yeah.
But are you helping them by giving them a handout? I think sometimes, maybe, probably for sure sometimes. But
Yeah.
do you think majority of the time, I think people need a hand up, right?
Yeah. Like I think him getting them a job and giving them an
That's going to
opportunity
help.
like that will help instead of just temporarily giving them a little bit of money to get them to the next week because they're still going to be in the same spot once that runs out.
Yeah, for sure. There's a guy, I lived in subsidized housing. There were a lot of people around that were just on the system. This guy was telling me, and this happened to me. So, example, I was working at Giant Eagle and going to college. When I made $100 more one month, they wanted to kick up my rent to $2,000. And at the time, it was $200.
From 200 to 2,000?
Yeah, they said we're over the line of poverty. So they said, yeah, now you pay what everyone else pays. It's worth $2,100. I said, really? Can I just give you the 100? They said, no, you can't do that. And what happened? They fudged the paperwork for me because I was a good tenant. They said, yeah, you can't get your hours over this. So like initially, I was like, it decentivized me to work.
So it just makes you stuck.
Yeah.
So you're stuck because if you start...
Yeah, there's no like grace period in the middle.
Yes.
Like, save some money and then you have a year. No, it's like once you do this, you're out.
That sucks. No wonder everyone just wants to...
Yeah, so like
everyone, they're either working their ass off to make a living, or they got to be stuck making barely anything.
Yeah, if you make more, then you don't get that help.
Yeah.
So like when I was on food stamps, because I'm on food stamps again. But that because we got like $1,500 a month for food. Right?
Yeah.
And when I worked basically the equivalent of it was like $2,000 a month, right?
Yeah.
And then 1 month I made an extra $500. So they said, you don't qualify anymore because I made $500. I'm like, so can I just get $1,500? Like, no, you can't. You're over the line. I'm like, really? So it was like this big ordeal, man.
That sucks.
So but eventually we had to deal with it and we got out of there.
Yeah.
And then we were, when I was in Blyway, I was making really good money.
Yeah.
And there's this other guy who lived next to me, and now he is a rocket scientist. And he was there with his kid. So some people truly benefit if they work hard from these services.
Right.
But I would say the majority of people truly need something different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they have no incentive to like try to do better because then they're just going to be screwed.
Yeah. And I would say in even more cases, people just are content to live off the system forever.
Yeah.
Like these fucking welfare people.
Yeah, like the chicks that just pop out more kids just so they can get more money from the government.
Yeah, there's a lady who lived above me, did the same thing, and she talked to me about it and said, why wouldn't I? That was her attitude. I said, well, I guess
having kids for the wrong reason.
Exactly. Yeah. And she was kind of proud of it. Yeah. So it's an interesting conversation. And I certainly think you need both in a society, but I feel like getting people, obviously there's so many statistics that come into play. Like if people are under a certain demographic who make under a certain amount of money, their kids are like much, much more likely to be in the same position or worse. So there's all kinds of things like that. How do you insert help? What is that help? And at what point in their life is it the most effective? I imagine their upbringing is the most important.
Right.
And then their education is probably the second most important.
Right.
And then third, once they're already kind of in the system, I imagine it's harder to say, all right, well, hey, listen, you need to get in a better situation by doing this, and this. I think it takes education. It takes a little bit of luck, too. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And plus, like we were talking earlier, you get the whole skilled trades option, which you can easily make 6 figures doing skilled trades now.
Yeah, at this point in time, not as much when this came out in the early 90s, but like in our generation now, in the 2020s, there's this huge gap in labor because our generation was told to go to college, even if you didn't know why. This way we can contribute to the education industrial complex, so they can build their multi-million-dollar facilities, you know,
Yeah.
10 basketball courts and tennis courts.
Everyone's constantly in debt and trying to have to dig themselves out of a hole.
Yeah, and then the government can save you. So anyways, it's interesting. They essentially enslaved these people.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting subject.
And since they prey on the homeless, no one's ever going to come looking for them.
Exactly. So we had a hot box, which I remember learning about those in 8th grade social studies.
I learned from The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler.
Okay. I saw that. I forgot about it, but I was actually thinking of Django Unchained. Have you seen that?
I've seen parts of it. I don't think I've ever seen the whole thing all the way through.
Okay, it's really good. There's a scene in that kind of...
I think you might have just like showed me clips when I was down one time.
Okay. And we also got Alfred involved in a kind of a humorous way.
Yeah.
He got to take out the Batwing, I think that's what it's called. He had to do some detective work of his own. Fucking gnats, man. And the boss, I'm sorry, and the antagonist to me was humorous. He's so fat.
Just licking that, what is it, turkey leg?
I've never seen a bunch of lazier, sorry bunches of swine.
Talking with food and spit coming out of his mouth, going all over his shirt.
Yeah, I think he's gonna eat people.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I thought it was cool, and I really liked the ending where it's revealed that he's Bruce Wayne, and I think that is the best thing that Bruce can do. And it's a shame you can't do that for everybody. You can't give everyone a job who wants a job. So you kind of have to let the competency hierarchy kind of let it be what it is. You want to help as many people as you can, and hopefully those people are going to climb to the top, and then it's going to create competition, and then the pyramid just gets hopefully wider.
Right. It
doesn't get, you know what I'm saying? But as it gets wider, the people on the bottom also, that group of people that increases too.
Right.
I think who was it? Maybe Jordan Peterson or maybe it was some kind of economist or philosopher, maybe Thomas Sowell. Basically, there is a point at the very bottom when it's not even fair anymore. Like, this person they need help. Like, these homeless people, they absolutely, they're not just going to be able to go get a job or this or that. Right. They need help from people, or from people or from the government. So yeah.
Well, there's places like Chrysler that you can start out making like $16 an hour and top out at $30 an hour, and
that's pretty good.
And they hire felons and all kinds of different stuff.
No, I think that's great. So, dude, my girl I work with at Giant Eagle, her husband went to prison for like 5 years. Drugs or some shit. When he got out, they got him, like his last 6 months he was there, he was in the process of doing it. They got him a job, a road construction crew for the state of West Virginia. Yeah. And he came out making $22 an hour.
That's pretty good.
He just gave it to him.
Yeah, they hired one of my buddies that did 10 years in prison.
Yeah.
He did 10 years in prison. He was spent the whole time in prison is when the smartphones came out. I had to help, like, he'd sit there, get so frustrated while he's using these smartphones. I just had to help him out. Yeah. I literally have to do the stuff for him.
Yeah, that's interesting as hell. But I'm not trying to like say I'm jealous, but that's like really interesting that like you get that job, and I was trying to, like, at the time we were building Blind Wave, and it was like I was struggling.
Yeah, like he's made, because he was there. I was there longer than him, so he's probably maybe like 20, ready to be between $20 and $22 an hour. Mm-hmm. Being a 10-year felon and a huge record, really bad record. Yeah, I still let him.
But I mean, dude, if your buddy and this guy who I know through my friend at work, if they keep that job, then good for them. Then they deserve it. Right. I think it's cool when that kind of thing can happen. But yeah, life isn't always fair, and I don't think it. Right. I don't think we should create. I don't think we should structure our world and our society in like an equitable way to where it's fair for everybody completely. You know what I mean? Right. I think everyone should have a fair opportunity.
Yeah, everyone should have equal opportunity. It's what you choose.
But not equality of outcome.
Yeah, but it's what you choose to do with those opportunities.
Yeah, quality of outcome.
Because some people are just lazy and just don't want to do anything, and that's their fault. But there's a lot of people that are just dealt a bad hand. Absolutely. That want to work, that want to get out there and make something of themselves, but they just have a hard time getting started.
Absolutely, yeah. Anyways, no, it was a cool episode, mostly because like it made me think of all those different topics. So, right. Guys, we appreciate you watching this video, sticking with us. What else do you like? What else would you like to see me and Matt do? We want to get Matt into some of our other reactions. You can help us do that by just going to our Patreon, leaving a comment down below, checking out our merch. It is like the best way to get more of us to be in more reactions more often.
Yeah, because you got to think, me, Tom, Jamie, we all got to travel long distances to get here, so.
Yeah. Anyways, we appreciate you out of the way. If you just want to leave a comment, that's cool, guys. Thank you. We're out of here.
Have a good one.